Hello, happy and smart developers. Welcome to the coding board. Just now we have completed series of UI technologies HTML and now we are going to start series of UI technologies CSS and this is part 1 of CSS playlist. So let's begin the session. In head section of HTML, we have title tag, meta tag, link tag, script tag, style tag, etc. Correct? Now, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. HTML is completely used to describe about the data. HTML is completely used to describe about the data. It means HTML is used to structure and format a web page, correct? And a web page which is developed using HTML is completely informative, means data will be described on that particular web page. Now, CSS is used to apply the styles for the HTML element. To apply styles for the HTML element, we use CSS. It means CSS is used to make HTML document presentable. To apply styles, we use CSS. Now, what are the different ways to write the CSS code? CSS can be written in three ways. What are those three ways? Inline CSS, internal CSS, and we have external CSS. What is inline CSS? Let's understand. If the CSS styles are specified within the HTML tag by using style attribute, then it is inline CSS. Let's understand with practical example. This is our code editor Notepad++ and this is basic format of HTML document. Here we have doc type HTML, means we are declaring this document is of HTML5. Okay, and here we have opening HTML where primary language is English. Then we have head section. In head section we have meta tag char set UTF-8 and then we have name of the author and content details. Then title of the page, let's learn cascading style sheet. Then ending of the head section, opening and closing body section and end of the HTML document. Now let's take one heading in body. Before that, let's see output of current code. Let's save the code with let's learn css.html. Let's learn css.html. This is name of our file and here we are going to execute our current HTML code and we don't have anything in body section. So here we have only title of the page. Let's learn cascading style sheet. Okay. Now let's move into body tag. In body tag, what I am doing, I am taking one h1 tag, end of the h1, okay, and I am writing heading CSS stands for cascading style sheet. Okay, let's save the code and refresh. Here we have our output. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. Now what I am doing, with h1 we have only one HTML attribute. That attribute is align is equals to center. Let's save the code and execute. Here now the heading is in center of the HTML document. Now what I am doing, I am making use of style attribute of HTML5. Here style, color, colon, hello. Save the code and refresh. Now semicolon, background, color, colon, blue, semicolon. See, this is our style of the HTML document. Okay, now listen carefully what I am going to tell. This is very important. Developers or students gets confused while writing HTML tag and CSS style. See here, this is HTML tag. Okay, HTML tag, or we can say element. No, sorry, this is not HTML tag, this is not element, this is attribute within h1. Okay, h1 element. Okay, my mistake, I apologize for that. This is HTML attribute and this is another style attribute of what? HTML, another HTML attribute. Now what we need to observe, listen carefully. When we write multiple HTML attributes, then what is the format? See, here is the name of the attribute and equal to sign we have, then we have its value in double quote, then we have space. Okay, see here, there is some space, correct, and after space I have another HTML attribute, then equal to symbol and its value in double quote, correct. So this is the way of writing multiple attributes of HTML. How we write? We write name of the attribute equal to symbol and within double quotes value. Then after that, if we want to use one more attribute of HTML, then we will give space and then we will write name of the attribute equal to symbol and in double quote we have value of the attribute. This is the way of writing multiple HTML attributes. Now let's understand how to write style. Okay, see here, from here to here, this is style. Okay, what is this? Style. How we write style? We write style like this: property name, colon, and then its value. Okay, okay, this is the format. And if we want to use multiple property of style, then what we use semicolon. We use semicolon. This is very important point. Okay, we use semicolon, then we give some space, and then again property name of another property name of another property of style, again colon, and then value, again semicolon. So we need to understand the difference between writing HTML attribute and writing styles property. Okay, when we write HTML attribute, we use name of the attribute, then equal to sign, and then value. If we want to use multiple attributes, then we will give space and we will write name of the attribute, equal to sign, and value of the attribute in double quotes. But when we write multiple properties of style, then what we do, we use property name, then we use colon symbol, not equal to. I am repeating once again, we use colon symbol, not equal to, while writing style property. Okay, so how we write style property? Property name, colon symbol, and then value, then semicolon. Then again, if we want to add more property, then we give little bit space, then we write name of the property, colon symbol, and then value, and then semicolon. Okay, so here you should not confuse how to write multiple HTML attribute and how to write multiple CSS property. Now let's move on. So it is very much clear how to write attributes of HTML, how to write properties of CSS, and this is example of inline CSS. Okay, let me do some changes. What I will do, I will take background color black, and I will take, sorry, color is white, and then background color is black. Save the code and check the output here. So successfully we have made changes in style of HTML document. Now let's understand how to write internal CSS. But before that, we need to understand one thing. Inline styles are only at tag level. Inline styles are only at tag level. Okay, for that particular tag only that style will be applicable. So this is the changes in style. Now what I am doing, I am changing color to blue and background color is yellow. Save the code, refresh. Okay, now inline styles are only at tag level. So inline styles are only at tag level. Note, using inline styles is not a good programming practice in real-time application. Why it is not good programming practice? Because inline styles are only at tag level, only at tag level. See here, only at tag level. Okay, now what is the solution for this? Solution for this is internal CSS. What is internal CSS? These styles are specific to a single HTML web page. These styles are specific to a single HTML web page. These styles are specified by using style tag in the HTML page with the head section. Let's understand this with practical example. Here what I am doing, in head section at line number 7 I am making use of opening style, and then we are making use of closing style tag. Okay, in style we use name of the HTML element, opening and closing curly braces. Inside opening and closing curly braces, what I am doing, I am making use of at property of CSS. I am giving color aqua. Okay, semicolon, then background color is black, semicolon. Let's save the code and refresh. Observe carefully. I am going to click on refresh. Will there be any changes? Please observe carefully. I am clicking on refresh. 3, 2, 1. Click. There are no changes. Why there are no changes? Because priority, highest priority is for inline CSS at line number 16. At line number 16. And then priority goes to internal CSS. Okay, so to apply internal CSS I will have to remove this inline CSS style property. So I am making some changes at line number 16. Save the code and refresh. Observe carefully. Now our internal CSS is in the role. Okay, now what I am doing, body background color colon pink, semicolon. Save the code and refresh. See here, background is changed. We can apply background at body level also. Observe carefully. At line number 16 we have bg color in HTML. Bg color is equals to green. Okay, save the code and refresh. Understood? In this way we apply styles, make our HTML document presentable. So if we use bg color and background both, then let's see what will happen. Okay, body background color pink. See, at line number 13 I have taken background color pink, and at line number 19 I have taken green. Which one will apply? Refresh. Which one is implementing? HTML attributes value is implementing. So bg color has more priority. But listen carefully what I am going to tell. Listen carefully what I am going to tell. This property is different. Okay, and this attribute is different. Both are not same. Both are different. Understood? Both are not same. Okay. So what I am doing, I am removing this HTML bg color property from line number 19 so that our internal style will be applicable. Observe carefully. Here we have our pink color. If we use bg color, yellow, then see here which one is applicable. Style sheet color is applicable, but if I remove this, then our HTML attribute bg color is applicable. Now what I am doing, I am using style background color pink. Which one is applicable? Observe. Correct. So I am removing this attribute from here. Now this is the perfect example of internal CSS. Why internal CSS? Observe here. This style is applicable for whole document of current HTML file. Okay. If I take another h1 tag, generally in every HTML document there can be only one h1 tag, but for practice purpose I am showing one more h1 tag. Okay, h1 opening and closing h1. CSS stands for number 1, and here I am writing number 2. I have taken two headings, two h1 tag. Now what will happen? See, observe carefully. For both h1 tag, our this, let me help you. For both h1 tag, this style, which is internal style, is applicable. We do not need to write separate code for them individually. Okay, so here I will make use of align equal to center. Save the code and refresh. Okay, now what I will do, at line number 20 I will write internal CSS. Okay, style equal to, in double quote, background color colon yellow semicolon color colon blue semicolon. Save the code and refresh. See the changes. At our first h1 tag, inline CSS is applicable, but at our second h1 tag, internal CSS is applicable. The reason is, in first h1 we have written inline CSS. See, at line number 20. Okay, so priority goes to inline CSS first. Now let's move on. These styles are not provide much reusability. Which style? Internal CSS style, but it provides moderate reusability. Okay. So solution for this is external CSS. Which CSS? External CSS. In this approach, we will write all the CSS styles in a separate file and store that with an extension .css. Let's do that. New file, save the code with, first we will take one body opening and closing, and we will write here our code, background. Wait a minute, save the code with css external dot css, css external dot css. Okay, now what I am doing, I am making use of background color black semicolon, save the code and refresh the page. Is there any changes? No, no changes. Why no changes? Because we have not linked these both files with each other. See here, have we linked this file with this file? No, that is the reason. So what I will do, I will write link tag in head section. And what are the attributes we have in link tag? We have related to, then we have type is equals to, then we have href is equals to. Okay, these three attributes we have. Related to style sheet, then in type we have text slash css, in href we have css external. Okay, save the code and refresh. Observe, 3 2 1 click. Is there any changes? No. Why no changes? Already I have told the priority. What is the priority? First priority goes to, observe, inline. Then second priority goes to internal. Then third priority goes to external. Okay. So what I will do, I will remove this internal style. See here, I am removing this internal style. Then what I am doing, I am removing this inline style also from line number 13. Okay, now we don't have inline CSS as well as internal CSS. We have only external CSS. Save the code, and what I am doing here, body I am taking black, and then h1 color aqua, and background color is yellow semicolon. Save the code and let me refresh. 3 2 1 click. What is the problem? Let me check our code. CSS external dot css. Okay, this is fine. Then we have link related to style sheet, type text, Okay, one small mistake we have done at line number 9. .css. Save the code and refresh. Understood? Let me take green and background color pink. Okay, so this is perfect example of external CSS. In external CSS, we must need to link external cascading style sheet file with our HTML document. Okay, now let's move on. After completing that, we will include in HTML page by using link tag. So link tag is mandatory to link cascading style sheet file with our HTML document. External CSS is more reusable. Note, to apply these styles we use syntax like property name colon value. Just now we have learned this. Now properties of CSS. First property goes to first means highest priority goes to inline CSS, second priority goes to internal CSS, and third priority goes to external CSS. External CSS is more reusable as compared to internal and inline CSS. Inline CSS is at tag level. Internal CSS is for that particular HTML document, and external CSS we can implement to multiple pages of HTML document. Okay, so that's it in this session. Let's meet in another session of UI technologies CSS. Thank you.